Welcome back, friends. It has been the longest time. How is everyone doing? I think it's been easily 2 months, maybe 3 months since I last picked a camera up. I just don't know where the time has gone. I envisioned, because of summer, you think that you have these really long days where the sun doesn't set till kind of 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and I just feel like I'm always going to be really productive in summer. I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. I always think of the sort of autumn winter seasons as being a lot more like, you know, nesting, taking it easy, and I guess it is, but I didn't take into account how busy summers are. I completely forget every year. This summer, one of my closest friends got married, and it was such a beautiful day. It just took place last weekend, and being a little introvert that I am, I'm still very much recovering from it this week. So we had the huge wedding, and there was the hen party, which was wonderful, and just the whole lead up to the wedding. I know that it wasn't my wedding and that my friend had so much more on her plate, but I think it's just the first big event I've been to since like lockdown, pandemic, you know. So mentally it took a lot of preparation for me because generally I hang out with friends, a couple of friends at a time, one-on-one. So in my mind this was a huge event. So I felt mentally I had to prepare for a few months. But it was so fun. It was a really beautiful day. And yeah, they're happily on their honeymoon now and can't wait to hear all about it when they get back. Other than that, the summer is just such a busy time for work, which I'm so grateful for, because there are some times of the year where work is not so much. And then that kind of gets me worrying. But yeah, work kind of took over this past 2 months. It was wonderful. I feel like a little squirrel. I've just been like squirreling away all that work in case autumn is really quiet, because I don't know. I haven't really had, I guess last year, but things were still not quite normal. And then I was just starting. It was my first year before the pandemic where I think I was working self-employed basically. So I think this is potentially the first year where things are a little bit more normal. So I don't quite know the rhythm of work yet. So I've just been kind of taking as much work as I can. The ones that I want to, obviously there's some that just don't really align with my account, and I wouldn't really take on those jobs. But all the ones that kind of have something to do with Edinburgh or something to do with my interests, I've just been taking them because you just don't know how autumn winter is going to go. So yeah, I've been a busy little bee, and it's been so lovely to spend time with friends as well in the warm weather. I haven't done as much of that as I thought I would actually. I envisaged a lot of picnics because last year, somehow we just did a lot more picnics last year. So I don't even think my picnic blanket has had an outing this year, which is crazy. What else has been up? Yeah, I feel it's been so long since I put the camera on that I can't remember. But this will just be a little coming back video. I debated about doing it, but I just really woke up in the mood today to film. I think maybe because it's raining outside and it has that cozy drizzly way where it naturally makes me want to pick up a camera anyway. So yeah, I think that's the reason. And I have been buying quite a few charity shop things recently. I actually have so many things I've been buying over the past few months, but I can't remember which ones I've showed you in the last charity shop haul, which was months ago, and which ones are newer. So I thought I would just share the things I've been buying over like this week. this week. And I also quickly, I don't think I've showed you my new bookshelf. I got such a good deal on that and I'm so pleased with it. And yeah, the other thing I've been not obsessed with, but that I've been very keen this week in doing, I think it's my new form of procrastination, is to move my living room about. So was it yesterday? No, it must be 2 days ago. I moved my couch to that wall and moved the TV over into this corner over there. But I just didn't like how it felt, so I moved everything back again. And then this morning I thought I would try out moving. I have a little IKEA chair here, which I've shown in previous charity shop hauls. So that used to sit in this corner here where that plant is. But I kind of was wondering if it'd be nice to have a little chair at the window, because I have a really lovely, it's not a window seat, but yeah, it could work quite well as a table, I think, to do work at, since I don't have space in the room for a table, and the view is so lovely to look out into the garden that I thought we'd maybe try that as a little writing setup. But I'll show it to you maybe a little bit better later on when I've actually, or maybe tomorrow, because I don't know if I'm going to keep it this way at the moment. So yeah, I've been rambling on for quite a few minutes, and yeah, I really should get on with my day. Yeah, today is just going to be a writing day. I have a blog to write, and then I considered maybe, depending how I feel later on, I might go for a little walk and bring you along if you fancied. And then tomorrow, my friend is pretty new to the city, so she's moved here, and she hasn't been up Calton Hill yet, and I didn't realise that until yesterday. She moved to Edinburgh in April, I think, so I think it's high time that she sees Calton Hill, because in my opinion that's my favourite vantage point in the city. It's not hard to get to the top of it. You know, Arthur's Seat is beautiful, but it does require some commitment. Calton Hill, you can easily do it quite quickly. I also just think it's, sometimes Arthur's Seat, the view is a bit too high, so you don't actually get a proper look at the buildings, where Calton Hill, just personally, I feel it's the nice height, and you get views over to Fife as well, and North Berwick. So yeah, I think we're going to do that tomorrow morning. So I thought I would just bring you along. We'll see how this vlog goes, because I'm very much out of practice, but I just also wanted to catch up with you. And for those that did message to see when the vlogs and the videos will be back, again, very much appreciate it. I just wanted to make sure that I came back at a time where I was excited to make videos again, and not making them out of like obligation, because this is very much my hobby. I do make a tiny little bit from YouTube. It's like my coffee shop fund. But yeah, it's still very much my hobby. Anyway, no more procrastination. We're actually going to get on with the day. I have been so looking forward to this, because I got really nice bread yesterday from the company bakery. I had leftover avocado, and I've just fried a little egg, and I'm starving, so this is what I'll be having for my lunch, and I'm going to watch some Castle, I think. So some time has passed, I had lunch, I had a little nap, and it's raining again, so I thought this would be a good time in the day to sort of have a little seat and talk to you about some of the pieces that I have been finding in charity shops recently. First thing I thought I would show you is the book that I was reading this morning, and it's this lovely copy of The Secret Garden. And yeah, I've been really in the mood to read The Secret Garden recently, and I do have a copy at my parents' house. But it's a really beautiful hardback actually, with lovely illustrations, and it's just not as easy to pick up and read because I want to be really careful with it. So when I saw this in the charity shop, maybe like, was it 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago, for 50p, I just couldn't resist it, and I just thought that the front cover was also really pretty. So yeah, That's what I'm currently reading. I'm just a few chapters in, but it's just really cozy, especially for this morning when it was raining and it was talking about her going through a little lane through the moors to this big old house. It just felt really cozy, and yeah, so I'm really enjoying reading this, even though I roughly know what happens, but I can't exactly remember either, so that's fun. Another two books that I got the same day will be interesting for those who have an interest in Edinburgh like me. So the first one I got is a guide to Holyrood Park and Arthur's Seat. So it just looks like this. It's more of a little kind of pamphlet. So I actually haven't had a proper look at this yet. And interestingly, it's actually from Boroughmuir High School. So I don't know how it ended up in the charity shop. But yeah, it talks about the sort of the geological formation of Arthur's Seat, early habitation. Oh, it has like something to do with Prince Charlie. I didn't know about that. Yeah, just different what do you call it, like landmarks in Holyrood Park and Arthur's Seat. There's just a little bit of a description about them, which is quite interesting. And then there's a big map as well. I don't know if you can see that clearly. I love a map, as you'll see. Just you wait. So yeah, just a little book to add to my Edinburgh book collection. And then another Edinburgh book. This one I'm actually really quite like excited that I found, because I love different walks and seeing how people put together routes, because that's something that I really enjoy doing, and that's something that I do for the Hidden Scotland blogs quite a bit. So yeah, it's got, how many? It has 10 different walks. And actually, since I'm going to Calton Hill tomorrow, it might be quite interesting to do that walk, potentially. Because I think, did it say walk 10 is Calton Hill? Yeah, so if you wanted to do Calton Hill, there's the little chapter on it, and then there's a map here, and then I guess it just begins the route and gives you some history and some background. So yeah, I'm really, oh, there's something to do with Rock House, which is really cool. So yeah, very excited about this. I better put it down or I'll just start reading it now. So then yesterday I had some friends over for like a little Bible study in the evening, so I needed to pop out to get some sort of nibbles. I ended up getting like chocolate mini muffins and some strawberries, but I couldn't resist popping into Way to Go to get some bread for today's lunch, and also popping into the shop that's next door to Way to Go. I can't remember which charity shop that is, but I haven't really been in it properly before. I think often it's quite busy, so that puts me off, but I happened to pop in, and I'll show you the two smaller ones and then the bigger one. So after I got the bigger one, I was really quite excited, and then I was just having a look at the bookshelf, and they had these beautiful copper sort of etched art. So this one is a boat, and at first, if it just been by itself, I wouldn't have thought much about it. I would have just thought, oh, that's really nice, it's a boat. But it's actually the Waverley, so that's really a nice little connection with Waterscott and Edinburgh. And I actually don't know much about this boat, I'm not going to lie, but when I saw the name, I knew that that was really quite interesting, and I just love how it reflects the light. So my plan is, I have two, hang on. This one is of John Knox's house, which sits on the Royal Mile. So yeah, I just love the way it reflects the light. So I have quite a dark hallway, but there is a window in the kitchen which shines into the lobby, and I thought that it might be quite nice to put them both kind of opposite that window to try and reflect a little bit more light in the hallway and just make it a little bit more interesting. So I think I might put them up today or tomorrow, but I really like these, and I particularly love the frames. I just think that they're really interesting. I've been really into sort of vintage old art, so whenever I find it in charity shops, I also really like getting an original, which I'll show you in a second. So yeah, really pleased with those, and they were just £2 each, so very affordable. And I forgot to say that the other two books, they were I think £1.50 and £1, So yeah. So in that same charity shop, I'm just trying to figure out how is best to show you this. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go back a bit. Oh. So I mentioned obviously my interest in Edinburgh, and I also love maps. So this obviously caught my eye when I walked into the charity shop. It's just a massive map, pictorial map of Edinburgh and Leith from the 1930, I want to say 1935, and I think it's called Reed's Pictorial Map of Edinburgh and Leith. So I'm just going to come a little bit closer to show you. And there's like lovely little illustrations of buildings that are there still and some buildings that are no longer there. And then right at the top you've got the sea, which goes over to sort of Leith and also over to Fife and the Forth Bridge, sorry. So yeah, this is just really exciting, and I think you will have seen in my clip this morning, I'm out of breath, there we go, that above my bed is 2 pieces of art that I've hung very badly. They don't look good and it kind of bothers me, but I've already hammered the nails in. So I'm wondering whether to put this big frame above my bed maybe, or to put it in the hallway where I can actually look at it when I'm passing and like have a little look, because that'd be easier. Or maybe somewhere in the living room. Ideally above my couch would be really cool, I think, but I have this really weird, it used to be a hatch but someone has covered it up and not done a very good job, and I know what happened when our family friend was painting the kitchen side, which is the other side of the wall. He sort of disturbed it a little bit and it all just started crumbling out, so I don't want that to happen in the living room. So I'm still deciding where to put that, but I love it so much, and it was only £4, and it was actually, I looked at the back, it was framed in Leith, which is really fun. So yeah, and again, I'm just going to show you another piece of art that I got recently. You can see what I've been interested in. I actually haven't found anything clothes-wise in a charity shop for a really long time that's taken my interest, but I have been loving, you know, bits and bobs and art, and yeah. So this one actually came framed, but I really didn't like the frame. It reminded me of one of those, which I have actually, like a TV tray that you have your dinner on in front of the TV, and it has like the beans underneath it, like the bean bag kind of thing. So that's what it reminded me of. So I took the frame off, and I also wanted to see if it had a signature, because I think it's lovely, and I don't know why someone who would have painted this wouldn't have signed it, but I couldn't find a signature or anything that explained it. Where it is, it looks like maybe somewhere like New York or somewhere in America to me, but I'll show you. So it's just this oil painting, and it's very appropriate for today actually because it's raining outside, but these got an umbrella, and yeah, it's autumn, which is again one of my favourite seasons, and I just really like it. And there's some people walking along, and I feel like I could look at it for quite a long time, just to see more of what's going on. So I'm thinking about maybe going to get it framed at, there's actually a local framing shop near my flat, so I'm thinking of taking it along to see how much it would cost, and I have no idea what kind of frame to get for it as well, so hoping that they'll have some inspiration or advice. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. That was £5.99 I think, from a charity shop in Fife. Okay, last but certainly not least is another very exciting find that I got maybe a month ago or maybe more. No, I think I must have got it about 2 months ago actually. And I did share it on Instagram, so some of you maybe you will have seen it. It's, what do they call them, like a terrarium? No, it's a little glass house for inside the house. My problem is I don't quite know what to put in it at the moment. I think things like cactus, cacti, maybe succulents would quite enjoy it. But basically when I saw it, I knew I had to have it, especially at the price. I actually can't remember how much it was now. I think it might have been $2.99 because I know that these things are quite expensive. I have seen them in shops. You know, like the Botanic Gardens have a little shop and I think they sell them, and online they're quite expensive as well. So when I saw it, even though I don't have a purpose for it at the moment, I just had to buy it. And at the moment it's just sitting on my bedroom windowsill empty, but I quite like it. I just need to figure out what to put inside of it. Not sure. Not too sure. Because my problem is I don't really want any more plants in the house because it's just too much to look after. So yeah, I'm gonna have to maybe look on Pinterest to see what other people are using their little terrariums for. So yeah, that is that is everything that I could remember that I've got recently that I really wanted to share with you. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. That's not. So this is another thing that I got recently. I'm going to bring you closer. Hang on. Okay, so you're only seeing a little bit of it, the top half, but this is a rattan bookshelf that I got probably about 2 months ago as well. And these shelves actually come off. There are 4 of them, you can't see, but there are 4. And these two, once the shelves are off, these 2 side bits can fold in because they're on hinges, and you can store it flat. So I was just so excited to find it. I haven't really styled it. When I brought it home and cleaned it, it did need a lot of cleaning, like really a lot of cleaning. I had to shower it down. Thankfully it's summertime. I left it in the garden to dry off and it's perfectly fine. And I just bring you down a little bit. So I haven't really done a whole lot of styling. And there is some damage here, so I did get a really good bargain, and there is some damage on this shelf which used to be on the top, but because you can take them off and swap them about, I just put the one that's the most damaged at the bottom. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm going to see if I can bring you back to give you a full kind of view of it. And yeah, that's my other charity shop find. It was only I think it was £25, and then I got chatting to the guy and he was mentioning the damage and he gave it to me for 20, so that was an absolute bargain. So yeah, probably if I did have to pick a favourite from this little haul, even though I love quite a few things that I got recently, this would probably be my favourite because it just adds a lovely little something to that side of the room. And yeah, I don't, when you look at them in shops or even antique shops, that kind of thing, they're quite expensive, and it's not something that I would have bought really. But for £20, absolutely. I did have an absolute, not nightmare, it was an interesting walk home basically. I'm now procrastinating because I need to get on and do a little bit of work, as I've been saying for the whole day. And it's not even going to take me too long. It's one of those things where I just need to sit down and do it, and it won't take too long, but I just keep putting it off. So no more chat. I'm going to sit at my new, I don't think I've showed you yet, but you'll see in a second. I'm not sure if I've figured it all out yet, but I used to have that chair in that corner and I've now got it at the window, which I think I mentioned. And yeah, I'm going to see if it actually works like I think it might work. Good morning friends, it's a beautiful sunny blue sky day. What a contrast from yesterday. I realised that I just sort of dropped off yesterday from filming. I think the last clip was maybe me sitting at the desk trying to do some work, and I ended up having a chat to my neighbour through the window at one point. And then I just had a very quiet evening. I had dinner, watched some TV and went to bed. And I was planning to film a little bit more, but I had downloaded the footage onto my laptop just to see how it was all looking, and I actually have a fair amount of footage already, but I knew that I wanted to film and share today with you because I'm taking my friend up Calton Hill for the first time. She's quite new to the city and I don't think she's been yet. I just thought it'd be nice to share that with you because yesterday was just me at home for the whole day. It wasn't the most exciting content. So yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing you along today. I think it'd be really nice. The plan is to head up to Calton Hill. I'm already running late. I should have left a few minutes ago. And then dropping by Toppings Books hopefully on the way home, because word on the street is that they have my book back in stock, which is just mind-blowing, and they might not as well. It just says on their website that they do, because my book has been out of stock everywhere for 6 months or so. And I had heard whisperings that there might be a reprint, but the publishers told me they would let me know if and when that happened. And I haven't heard word, but it is back in stock on like Amazon, the Book Depository, Toppings. So I guess there has been a reprint. But yeah, I just wanted to pop along to see if that's true. Does Toppings have my book back in stock? And I also just love a trip to a bookshop, as you know, and so does my friend. So yeah, we better get going because we don't want to keep her waiting. We were just passing and noticed this beautiful hallway. Wait till you see the ceilings. Aren't they beautiful? This is most definitely not the best lighting, but it's the only bit that I could see the screen because of how bright it is at the moment. But while we were walking, we went along Royal Terrace and we continued, I don't know if this is Waterloo Place yet, but we're on our way to Calton Hill, the stairs. We noticed that it said that the piano drum at the old Royal High School is open, so the guy just got chatting to us and we're going to go in and explore it. But this is an unexpected little surprise, which is really fun. Look, look, look. So, as you can probably tell, this is not the same day as the last clips that were filmed. It's almost, no it's not, maybe a week and a half later. And I was sitting down to edit the video and I remembered that I did not finish this video properly, and I really don't like doing that because when I watch other people's vlogs, it always makes me slightly sad at the end if they don't, you know, pop back on the camera to say goodbye, and you know, it just feels sudden and I didn't want that to happen. So I'm currently at my parents' house and it's actually another very rainy day, very thundery showers today. But I thought that was a nice full circle moment where we began the video with rain and it's finishing with rain. You can maybe even hear it in the background, I'm not sure. I might open the window later to let you hear it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here to say thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And I always forget to say this, but if you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to press the like button. Oh, I feel so funny saying that. And if you do enjoy these videos, you can subscribe if you want to as well. And I'm hoping to keep them more regular, but I'm not going to say how regular because I always end up, you know, breaking that promise to myself where I say I'm going to upload once a week and it happens for a little while and then maybe not so. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that wherever you are, you're safe and well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!